What's going on, guys? I'm coming at you with another video today and a new filter. This is the Nisi Natural Night Filter, and I had no idea this filter even existed. It's apparently for night photography. It apparently helps cut light pollution. Can be used maybe for astrophotography where there's light pollution, or urban photography at night. And literally the only thing I know about it is that it's purple and now has a lot of my fingerprint on it. But I'm here in Prague, and I'm gonna go test this thing out. Okay, it's before sunrise, in fact before the blue hour as well, and I'm going to take some photos. I want to test out this, this night filter. Again, I don't really know how it works, if it's gonna work, what the difference is gonna be, but I'm excited to test it out and find out what it's supposed to look like. So let's find a composition. Doesn't have to be a great one. You just find a composition and see how this comes out. Okay, it's dark, I know, but that's what happens at night. And the blue hour is actually starting. I'm gonna get my camera out on this shot. There's a lot of morning delivery trucks right now, so ignore them. I think normally they tend to leave here pretty quick, like around 6:30, so they might be gone by the time I even get this photo set up. Basically what I'm doing is I've just got a wide angle. I've got 15 to 35 RF on, and I'm trying to capture the big tower with the astronomical clock on it and the cathedral that way, or the church that way, kind of almost framed, and the blue light's starting to come out and it looks really nice. And then I'm just going to take one photo without the filters, or without the filter, and then one with the filter. And like I said, I have no idea how this is supposed to look. I have no idea what the difference is supposed to be, if it's just a white balance thing, but I guess we're going to find out. So let's get this set up. Okay, so I've taken the shot at without the night filter, and it was good. It was good. It was fine. I honestly didn't see anything wrong with it. And I've just put the night filter on, and I'm waiting for it to expose. And wow, that's actually really interesting. It cuts out all of the yellow. Wow, that's so much better. It's one of those things that you don't realize how much better it can be until you have it. The yellow light is kind of disgusting now that I see it. Yeah, I'm impressed. And I think I'll keep shooting this morning with the night filter on. So this is definitely a situational filter at night. The closer and closer we get to sunrise, the less attractive the buildings look with it on, just because it kind of almost kills some of the color that's starting to show. At nighttime, it kills like this really ugly yellow light that you get sometimes on like night stuff. It's also supposed to kill the like light pollution in the sky, which it does, it seems to do anyway. But the closer you get to sunrise, the less attractive it looks. So it's definitely a night only filter, I think. Man, what a beautiful morning in Prague. So beautiful. The light was okay. I find it quite funny too here in Prague. There's so many of these Chinese wedding shoots in the square. There's 1, 2, 3, and I actually saw a 4th. The other day on the bridge there was like 5 or 6. I think it's incredible, and I'd love to just like follow them around for a day and see what they do. As for me, I'm gonna do some more exploring with Monogram's Travel today. I'm doing like a food photography tour. I won't like share pictures from that because this video is about the filters. Instead, I'm gonna jump to tonight where I'm going out to another, probably 2 new photo locations to play with the filters a little bit more. So let's do it. Whew, that food tour was awesome, but I am exhausted. We literally walked around the city for 4 hours and we didn't stop eating that entire time. It was crazy. If you ever want to get to know a city really well, go on a food tour. You get like a little bit of history, lots and lots of food, and it's just a good way to kind of explore things and kind of get that local insight on things. So it was great, but I'm so food hungover right now. It's not even funny. I don't even know how I'm gonna shoot sunset. Speaking of sunset, doesn't look like there's really gonna be one. It's a little bit overcast. I'm gonna head up to a bit of a classic location here that overlooks the bridges. It looks like a cool spot. And even if I don't get a sunset, it should be another really cool spot to test out the night filter. So that's a plan. Google Maps definitely doesn't take into account how out of shape you are. Oh my God, not ready for Nepal next week. Anyways, I should mention this video is sponsored by Nisi Filters. I always give something away when I get something sponsored, so I'm gonna give away one of these night filters. There's information on how to enter in the description. When I first heard of night filters, I kind of thought maybe they were a bit of a scam, that they kind of manipulated the white balance or something like that. But after this morning's test, I love them, or at least I really like them. I'm impressed. I'm not a scientist, nor am I a knowledgeable person. I'm assuming that it cuts out a certain wave of light, much like underwater filters do for blue or green or whatever underwater filters do. And it seems like it's really effective. At least this morning it was really effective. So I'm excited to see how they perform again tonight, if I make it to my location without passing out. Okay, so I made it to the spot I found on Google Maps, and it's not ideal. It's not what I thought it was, or it's not what I thought it could be. In my head, I would be able to get more elevated than I am here. So you do have these 4 bridges, which is beautiful, including Charles Bridge in the middle, but you're just not high enough. So probably a 70 millimeter, maybe 100 millimeter photo, but sadly, you can't really incorporate that much of the city. It's just the bridges. You have like the castle side here, you have Old Town and New Town there, and you can't really capture that much. So it's mostly just the river, but I'm gonna take this photo now anyway, and then once it becomes nighttime, we'll test out that night filter again. legit been one of the most impressive sunsets I've ever photographed. I've just been taking snap after snap after snap, and there's really only 1 or 2 compositions from up here, so sort of the same thing with different light. But it's starting to get to be nighttime. They're about to turn on the lights on the bridge, and once they do, I'm gonna flip the night filter in to show you the difference between, you know, on or off. When you just hold the filter above like the scene with your eye, it looks purple. At night, what it tends to do is it does kind of make things a little bit more blue, a little bit more purple, a little bit more pink, and it kills a lot of those yellows and greens from the ambient street lights. So yeah, amazing, incredible sunset, and just an unreal way to end this trip. So gonna wait for the light to come down and I'll show you those photos. Rocking that 15 mil and wishing I had that night filter on the video, because look at how yellow everything is. And that's what the night filter does, is it cuts out all that yellow, and you definitely notice it improve as it becomes night. In like early blue hour and sunset, it doesn't do anything. In fact, it makes the image look purple and ridiculous. But as it becomes more and more nighttime, it kills all this yellow. And it's an interesting thing because it's one of those things that I didn't realize I needed. I didn't realize I wanted it. I had no idea it even existed. Didn't even think about it as a problem. And if it isn't something that you didn't know you needed or you didn't notice, do you really need it? But look at how yellow my face is. So now that I've seen it, I can't go back. I need to keep this night filter in my bag. So yeah, thank you to Nisi for introducing this to me. I think it's a pretty cool product. I've heard it does really well with stars as well. I'm not sure why or how. Maybe it cuts out noise pollution, or light pollution, I mean. But yeah, I'm excited to keep that piece of kit in my bag. Let me know in the comments, are you guys using a night filter? Will you pick one up? And be sure to enter the contest. Now, this is it for Europe and this Monograms travel assignment. I should also say massive thank you to Monograms Travel. It's been an amazing assignment. I've been working my butt off, and I think the results have been cool. But now it's time to end this trip in Europe and start on something a little bit more strenuous. I'm heading to Nepal tomorrow, and we're hiking Annapurna. Greg will be there, and we'll see if we can actually make that trek. I think both of us are like way out of shape. So that's what's coming up on the channel. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.